Hi, it's Terry Otis here, founder of Drew Coaching and creator of the LinkedIn Leader System, and welcome to this 4-part video series that reveals how you can generate leads, make more placements, earn more money and attract those candidates that you always find difficult to find. Now, unless you've been living under a rock somewhere, you'll be well aware that social media is one of the biggest marketing developments for staffing, recruitment and search firms in the last decade. And if you like most staffing and recruitment firm owners that we speak to on a daily basis, you know that social media is important. You know it's something that you should be doing, and you know that once you get it right, you will have potential to generate a torrent of piping hot leads easily and effortlessly at little or no cost. The problem for most staff and recruitment and search firm owners, you've never been taught how to use social media effectively. And at the moment, any activity you do on social media networks seems to be a complete waste of time and often generates very little return on investment. 26 years ago, when I first entered the recruitment world, I was told the only way to get business was to cold call. I was given a Rolodex with hundreds of potential clients to call. I was told, give these guys a call and you'll get some business. And don't get me wrong, it worked. I made a lot of placements and earned a lot of money. I then set up my own business, and quite honestly, I struggled to make placements and earn the money I had previously earned. I became frustrated and quite honestly disillusioned with the whole recruitment world, and seriously considered quitting altogether. I was then very fortunate to meet a business coach, and he shared some pearls of wisdom with me that would just stay with me forever and literally transform my life. He said this: Terry, if you do what successful staffing and recruitment business owners do, you will get what they've got. He went on to share with me how just cold calling was somewhat limited, and I ought to consider other ways of getting business other than just cold calling. A few years ago, he shared with us how social media was changing the entire recruitment process and how many firms were now using social media to attract clients and candidates with low-cost, high-return strategies. And we then ended up spending hours on social media sites, building up networks and engaging with prospects. But in actual fact, at the beginning, we didn't get the kind of leads that we were hoping for. And in fact, if I'm honest with you, it's a complete and utter waste of time. Well, after months of trying how to figure out how to overcome this problem, and after spending hours testing different techniques and strategies, we eventually discovered and put together a proven system for LinkedIn, one of the main social media sites. There are 200 million users on LinkedIn worldwide. It's fair to say that your clients and candidates are on LinkedIn right now waiting to hear from you. So we put together a system to help you and your team make more placements and you earn more money. This system allows you and your team to quickly generate a consistent flow of leads and attract candidates on an automated process without spending a fortune on marketing. Being able to attract clients and candidates so easily will literally transform your business. Now you may be thinking, but my business is different. And a lot of my clients aren't on LinkedIn. And you're right, not all your clients will be on LinkedIn. Not all your candidates will be on LinkedIn. But a percentage of them are, that's for sure. And this system allows you to communicate with them and engage with them without ever making a cold call. You may also think, well, I don't have time to do all this social media stuff. I've got a business to run. And I appreciate you're busy running your business. What I'm about to share with you is guaranteed to help you grow your business. And I'm sure you've got time for that. See, the fact is, LinkedIn is just a communication tool. It's one form of media that you can use to communicate with your potential clients and candidates. Just like the telephone is a communication tool, the email, your website is a communication tool, and just like direct mail or anything else you spend or post is a communication tool. So, if your potential clients and candidates are on LinkedIn, then you can use it as a communication tool to get your message across and find people who are actually interested in working with you. The same way you do with the telephone, email, direct mail, or even speaking directly to somebody face to face. When you use LinkedIn correctly, you can have exactly the same effect. In fact, it can be even more powerful because you have a wider reach than you would normally have with many forms of social media. So, the question to ask yourself is, are your potential clients on LinkedIn, and do your potential clients use LinkedIn? Now, as I said, not all of them will be, but I can predict a large percentage of them will be. As I mentioned earlier, over 200 million users are on LinkedIn. If only a fraction of those were to engage in your firm, you would substantially increase the number of placements you're making and substantially increase your personal earnings. So this system has been put together very basically to show you how to tap into that network, how to find your potential clients and candidates on network, on LinkedIn rather, how to generate leads with LinkedIn, how you can use LinkedIn to get in front of your potential clients who are actually interested in buying your recruitment services. And as I said, without making a single cold call. We've gone on to share this exact system with staff and recruitment firms all over the world and seen them in some cases generate as many as 97 leads and sign 2 clients in just 5 days. In this video series, I'm going to be showing you exactly what they did and what you can do to get those results in your business. So, the first thing you need to do with LinkedIn is start to generate leads. You must stop thinking of LinkedIn as a social media network site and start thinking of it as a marketing tool first and foremost. That's a subtle distinction, but it will make a huge difference. You see, most staff and recruitment and search firm owners use LinkedIn exactly the same as other typical LinkedIn users. On their profiles, they talk about their employment history, their hobbies, and their past experience. And that's fine if you want to use LinkedIn to connect with family, friends, and work colleagues, or perhaps if you're looking for a job on LinkedIn. But if you want to use LinkedIn as a client and candidate attraction tool to generate leads and find candidates, then you need to do things differently. To generate leads and find candidates from LinkedIn, you need to shift from talking about yourself to talking about what you can do for your clients and candidates to help them achieve their objectives. In other words, as with all effective marketing, you need to focus on the benefits you offer to your potential clients and candidates. Don't get me wrong, some of your candidates and clients will be interested in what you do and what you do in your spare time and what you've done in the past. You know, a human touch adds credibility and makes you more likable. But that should be a comparatively small percentage of what you post. So rather than talking about what you do in your spare time, your LinkedIn profile page needs to talk about what you can do to help your future clients and candidates and get them the results they're looking for. And rather than talking about your past experiences, talk about the past results that your clients and candidates have experienced from using your services. One of the key things that's stopping you from generating leads from LinkedIn at the moment is information and how you display that information on your profile page. Your profile needs to be warm, welcoming, and consistent with you and your message and with your brand, so to speak. But most importantly, it must be there to attract interest from potential clients and candidates. So let's look at the profile picture. One of the first mistakes we see staff and recruitment and search firm owners make with their LinkedIn profile is not having a professional picture, or worse still, no picture at all. See, a big part of social media marketing is to gain the trust of your clients and candidates and get them to like you. Well, that's very difficult for a person to do that if they can't even see what you look like. So it's very important you include a picture of yourself in your profile. Now, it sounds obvious, but you'd be surprised how many staff and recruitment business owners don't have a picture at all or don't have a very good one. And as I said, you do need a professional picture of yourself. And when I say professional, I don't mean professional taken by a professional, but you need to look like a professional. You need to have a welcoming picture, not one of your family dog or your company logo or your partner, but of you. The next thing I want to look at is the headline. You need to consider your headline along with your profile picture. This is the first thing that your potential clients and candidates will see when they come across your profile. So again, it's very important that you get this right. What we see a lot of staff in recruitment and search firm owners do is they tend to put their job title there. So for example, it would say, staff and recruitment and search firm owner of Acme Search. What you need to remember is that your prospects and candidates don't care that you're a recruiter. They don't care about your company. What they care about is how you can help them. And this is your chance to tell them. So rather than putting up your job title, put what you've done and how you can help them. So you can see how you can help them achieve their goals. So anyone that comes across your profile is interested in the results you promise immediately will be encouraged to read more. If you don't have an effective headline in place, you could be potentially repelling a lot of your candidates and clients and stopping them from engaging with you. It's very straightforward and it's very easy to do, but it's extremely important. Now, if you already have a LinkedIn profile, you probably realise how social media forms a vital part of your online marketing mix. And it's a great way to drive extra traffic to your website, to your landing pages. And LinkedIn has a section on the profile specifically designed for that purpose. In this section, here's what most staff and recruitment and search firm owners tend to do. They simply put company website. So they label this section company website. Again, think about it. If you want to direct traffic using social media, you need to give the potential client or candidate a reason to click here. You need to tell them plain and simply what's in it for them. So example, you might have a link saying, candidates how to get your next job, or for clients how to attract top performers. What benefits, though, will they receive from clicking on that area? So rather than just putting your website, find the language that's going to be beneficial to your client and put that there instead. Now, the public profile. Another great feature that LinkedIn has is it's customized what's called the public profile, which basically allows you to customize your URL that your LinkedIn profile is hosted on. So most staffing, recruitment and search firm owners don't even touch this and haven't personalized their LinkedIn public URL. This is scandalous, and this, by the way, could be costing you millions. I mean literally millions. Not only is your personal URL easy to remember, but it looks much better in an email signature and on business cards. But it also helps with your SEO ranking. It's also worth remembering, unless the client or candidate knows what you do, they won't search for you by your name. They'll search for what they're looking for. Another reason to personalize your URL for what your candidates and clients will search for. So you can either personalize this, at the moment it's just your name, remember. But once you personalize it to what you do for your client or your candidate, they will find you easier on LinkedIn. But also, when they do a search on the main search engines, they will find your LinkedIn profile will come up there. So please go away and personalize your URL. Very important. Now, you may have noticed that LinkedIn almost forces you to lay out your profile as a sort of CV or resume, encourages you to put your past work experience and qualifications, etc. That's great if you're searching for someone, or rather somebody's searching for you in terms of wanting to offer you a job. But your LinkedIn profile, as we said before, should be used as a marketing tool, not as a resume or CV. So you should only really include past experience if it directly relates to the benefits you can offer to your prospects now. So select past experience you choose to display very carefully and make sure it's relevant to what your potential clients are looking for. And the last point I'm going to cover in this video are LinkedIn groups. There are 1.2 million groups on LinkedIn. And LinkedIn groups are like mini networks from inside LinkedIn, where you can network and participate in discussions with fellow business professionals on LinkedIn. These groups within LinkedIn are almost like evergreen network events that are being held online. By that I mean it's not too dissimilar from, say, your local BNI or Chamber of Commerce meeting, or maybe a corporate networking event that you may attend. So you should treat these groups in exactly the same way. What most staffing, recruitment and search firm owners tend to do is they join the groups aimed at them, so groups aimed at staffing and recruitment and search firm owners. And don't get me wrong, it's good to network with your peers and colleagues, but to make full use of this feature, you need to be joining the groups aimed at your clients and candidates. So you will definitely get some great value in joining the groups aimed at where your clients and candidates are right now. But if you want that, and you really should be doing that if you want to be generating leads and finding the candidates. So LinkedIn allows you to join up to 50 different groups. To attract clients with this feature, you need to make sure that the majority of groups you're in are aimed at your target market. If you're not joining groups that are aimed at them, it's kind of like going to a networking event to gain business. But when you get there, this networking event, you find that there's nobody there that's in your target market. In other words, it's a complete waste of time. So that's why it's important that you join groups where your potential clients are and where your potential candidates are. So now you know all there is to start generating leads from your LinkedIn profile. So the next step is go and do it. So just to repeat, make sure you have a professional display picture. Make sure you have a compelling headline that talks about how you can help your clients and your candidates. Make sure that your website's sections give your prospects a reason to click. Customize your public profile, your URL. Make sure that your past experience and summary are both benefit-led and relevant. And lastly, make sure that the groups that you're a member of are aimed at your target market. And remember, you can join up to 50 groups, so please go and maximize this particular feature. Now, most of the groups that we just talked about, they have hundreds, in some cases hundreds of thousands of members, all in your target market. So you can see why it's well worth joining those groups. So let's say you're a member of 50 groups and you only got one lead from each of this group each month. Well, that's 50 leads a month. For a moment, just imagine that you and your consultants got 50 leads each from each of the groups. What would that mean to you in placements? What would that additional income be worth to you and your family? So to start generating more leads and making more placements using LinkedIn, you need to go and take action and do these things straight away. But look, before you go though, I want you to know that this video has been created to help you, and that's our sole purpose, to help in any way that I can. So in the comment box below, please tell me what you found most useful about what I've shared with you so far. And also tell me what you'd like to see more of in the next video. If you have any challenges whatsoever in generating leads with LinkedIn, please share that with me by posting them in the comment box below, and I'll make sure that we'll cover them in the coming videos. If you've got any questions or any feedback on this video or anything else that I can help you with, please leave your comments below and I will get back to you. I want to know what your thoughts are, and I want to know how I can help you, but I want to help you in any way that I can, so please leave your comments. I will be releasing the next video in the next few days and send that out to you via email, so make sure you look out for that. In the next video, I'm going to be revealing what's called the 3-part introduction method, which will share with you how to turn your LinkedIn connections into leads and into clients. In this tried and tested system, you can literally generate leads within 24 hours of implementing it. And I'm going to share with you exactly how you can do that. And also, I'm going to give you all the tools you need to do that as well. So if you want to know how to generate more leads within the next 24 hours, make sure you look out for the next video, because it will blow you away. I'll speak to you soon. Until then, take care, take action, and be relentless in the pursuit of your goals. Remember, leave your comments and feedback in the box below.